has this taken some of the gloss off the visit then?
Well, one of the things which has almost become traditional, Aisling, about this annual meeting between the President and the Taoiseach here at the White House every St Patrick's Day is the fact that reporters like me then trail in, and one of the immediate questions that we ask the US President, irrespective of how recently they may have been to Ireland, is when are you making another visit? But of course this year that's not going to be the case, because Joe Biden, as you mentioned a moment ago, has already announced his plans to visit. He was on the West Coast a couple of days ago with the British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak for a separate engagement where Rishi Sunak mentioned the forthcoming anniversary of the Good Friday Agreement, and Joe Biden in reply said, yes, I'm planning to visit Northern Ireland and the Republic. Now, Leo Varadkar was hoping to formally extend the invite and to have it formally confirmed here at the White House on this coming Friday, St Patrick's Day. So we put it to him when we spoke to him a little earlier that it was unusual somewhat for Joe Biden to effectively announce his visit to the Republic on the back of an invitation by the British Prime Minister.
Not in the slightest. He's received invitations from both the British Prime Minister and the Taoiseach, and it's a long-standing invitation. So look forward to talking to him about his plans to travel to the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. So really looking forward to that visit. In many ways, President Biden is coming home. He speaks of himself as being an Irish person, of being an Irish American, and we're going to roll out the red carpet, and we're going to be making sure that he feels very welcome. And we'll particularly want to thank him and thank America for the pivotal role that they've played, both in helping to build our economy and also helping to build the peace in Ireland.
Now, even though he might be 3,000 miles and a 7.5-hour flight away from home, domestic politics are never far in following the Taoiseach to a visit like this. This afternoon he was also questioned about the government's steadfast decision about lifting the ban on evictions. He has said that the figures provided by the RTB, which suggested that perhaps as many as 10,000 people could end up losing their homes in the coming months, are basically down to a statistical anomaly. He says the market isn't getting any worse, it's merely that the RTB now counts the number of notices a little bit differently. But he says that the government simply cannot go back to the drawing board and decide to reimpose the ban now that it's announced that it's going to lift it.
The difficulty always with the winter eviction ban, and I think it's forgotten sometimes that it was a winter eviction ban, it was always to end on the 31st of March, is that when you take any measure like that, once you lift it, you're going to see a spike. You hold something back for a period, you're going to see a spike. And just putting it off to September or putting it off to January, as I think some of the opposition parties are suggesting, you'd see the same issue arise then, except it would probably be worse.
Now, the work goes on for the Taoiseach today. In a little while, he's going to be addressing the US Chamber of Commerce, a very influential organisation whose headquarters are literally right across the street from where we are right now. Ireland is the 9th biggest employer of all foreign countries of workers here in the United States. So Ireland, a very big, important economic power as regards creating jobs here in the US. This evening, then, it's the Ireland Funds Gala. That was the event last year where it was announced that Micheál Martin had tested positive for COVID. Leo Varadkar will be hoping no such calamities befall him this evening. Among the guests of honour, the Speaker of the US House of Representatives, Kevin McCarthy, and the US Majority Leader in the Senate, Chuck Schumer, two people who carry an awful lot of clout on Capitol Hill. Leo Varadkar will be hoping to get some good FaceTime with them this evening.